What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to go over the best new brawler ideas by the community. We have a really amazing community, as you guys definitely saw in that fan art contest and that map making contest that I held. I'd love for someone to hold a new brawler idea contest as well, but there have already been a lot of brawler ideas just submitted to Reddit in general by the community, and today I'm going to go over some of the best ones, and this is going to be my first time seeing these ideas too, so it'll be interesting to react to them. There's a bunch of tabs open today. These are all the ones that I found that are like the most upvoted from Reddit. So we're going to go over as many as we can, and let me know down below your favorite ones you want to see added to the game, or if you have any brawler ideas that you have that you would really like to see added to the game. All right, starting out with this rock monster of a beast called Wally. It'd be really cool. This would definitely be unique. There's no rock monsters. This is Wally. Let's try and read through all this stuff quickly. Look at his stats. At level 10, the same health as El Primo. Does 875 damage per rock, range slightly lower than Colt. Reload speed identical to Penny. So not a lot of damage, but very, very tanking. And looking at the characterization, Wally is a brawler with a lot of health that throws rocks on his enemies. And when Wally has his super, he can make a mossy wall of 3 blocks appear on the screen. Wall has 12,500 health. Good amount of health, but obviously standing still. Now, I guess that depends, like, is it just like hitting any 3 of the blocks can hit the health of the wall, or does each individual block have that health? If it was like hitting any 3 of the blocks, that sort of makes sense. So this is a super, super tanky brawler, obviously. A lot of health and has walls that bring up health. I'd love to have a brawler that throws up walls. And then also star power. When the wall is destroyed, the moss on the wall falls to the ground and stays there for 5 seconds. It slows down the enemy, or wait, what? Oh, it slows down the enemy similar to how Shelly's star power or Mike's super does. Okay, that makes sense. That's a cool idea. So it's basically a tank brawler, a lot of health. It's like, I mean, it has more health than Bo, similar range as Bo, way more health. I'm not sure how I feel about a long-range tank being in the game. That doesn't really feel like that makes sense to me, but it doesn't look like it's over-punishing. Like, it doesn't do much damage. Clearly, it does like 875 damage. That would be the lowest in the game. But obviously a lot of health and has walls that does a lot of health. That would be a really, really big objective-based brawler. I'm interested to see how that would pair up. Like, you'd have to pair that brawler up with a brawler that has an insane amount of damage, but it's hard to stay alive. Maybe like Ricochet, you could have both of them in the same lane. But I don't know, that would be a very interesting brawler to add to the game. Next up, Liptus. And this is by Neckroom. Liptus is a charlatan herbalist who made a pact with the spirit of nature at the price of his humanity. Wow, interesting. Okay, wait, look at this. This brawler has additional pictures to go with the attack. His attack is Liptus reveals a temporary rock with a sharp pebble zone. Look at that. Wow, that would be really interesting. So that's sort of similar to the last brawler, adding like obstacles to the game, but I don't understand. Would you be able to walk through like the small rocks? There's more to the attack. Oh, so like depending on the type of map, it would be a different object. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I can see this is where like the nature aspect of this brawler. So the super is Liptus uses magic to create an invigorating bush, so it must heal or something. Here's the stats. His attack is similar to Barley's. Okay, so it just does damage. Maybe it's not getting in the way. Makes a destructible block in the center. The rock disappears after 2 ticks, while pebbles disappear after 3 ticks. The rock inflicts 500 damage if it hits. Not a lot. The pebbles inflict damage that increases as long as they remain on it. So like, I guess like Spike Super. So yeah, it is like Spike Super. So, oh, and the longer they remain on it, the more damage it does. That's interesting. So it scales up. I would like something that scales up. So maybe like if you could keep them there, it'll be a more strategic use of it. His super creates a bush square, 7, 8, 9 bushes that regenerate. Time of allied brawlers goes from 3 to 1 second. So they regenerate health faster, I guess. So if that's kind of interesting too. So if they're attacking, they're not going to gain any health back. But if they do decide to stop attacking and heal up, they will gain health really fast. Looks like there's no star power for this brawler. But still, it's a pretty interesting idea having someone, I mean, again, it's pretty similar to the last part, just adding obstacles to the game and slowing down. Okay, what about this monster? Yeah, definitely a monster. Boom, look at it. Obviously a mud monster. 4,000 health, 1,000 attack, I wonder what level this is at. This is going to be at max level 1. It says in the picture level 6. Anyway, Super Bowl transfer himself from one place to another in less than a second and go through walls without destroying them. What? So this is like a teleportation super. Okay, so I guess it's just like a lot of the other tanks, but just it's instant. That's interesting. Star power, slow enemy movement speed by 20% with each attack. I like it. I like interesting ideas like that where it's just a different attribute to the game. So he's a thrower as well. Does that make sense? He throws mud. Okay, I mean, that makes perfect sense. Mud's going to slow you down. But that's a totally different type of thrower. I want to see a thrower add to the game, but this is a thrower that has like a movement buff with his super. Totally different. He's not going to do a ton of damage. He's a much more strategic brawler because he's going to slow people down and he can move across the map. That would be really interesting in Brawl Ball. I wonder if he could pass it forward, teleport to himself, slow someone down, or I guess pass it forward and then slow someone down and go forward and score a goal. That could be cool. Next up, Totem. We got a Tiki Brawler here. Totem is a support brawler. He gives teammates a 25% damage buff. Yes, I want to see a damage buff for 12 seconds with his super. His main attack creates a small cone-shaped wave, 6 tiles long and 2 tiles wide. All right, that's kind of like Nita's attack, I guess. His attack deals 550 damage and 600 poison damage. That's a lot of poison damage. But overall damage, not super high, I guess. His attack visuals are like Poco, Soundwave, but with green skulls. His attack obviously is less wide. So this is sort of like an anti-Poco. It's similar to Poco with his attack pretty much, except it also his damage scales over time with sort of similar to Crow. But instead of healing teammates, he gives them a damage buff. I would love to see a damage buff added to the game. I mean, obviously there's a lot of healing stuff, so why not add some damage stuff as well? I mean, come on, it would just be really cool. And the star power is a totem summons a, oh, he's totem, and he summons another totem, okay, when he plays his super. So when he uses that damage buff super, it spawns a totem dwarf, I guess, which has a small amount of health, but it poisons people and it's melee. So sort of like Tara's super, I guess. I don't know how I feel about that, but I do like the rest of the brawler. Okay, next up we got Charlotte, a DPS healer. Okay, this looks like that robot from the Jetsons. I don't know if you guys watched the Jetsons as a kid, but I did. And that's what this reminds me of, that robot from the Jetsons. It just, I mean, looking at the drawing here, it looks like the super has arms, extendable arms that go out, and ooh, steel health. Oh, this is, I'm already intrigued. So here we go, a DPS healer has a really low amount of health, but maybe we'll see. The attack is 500 damage with a new mechanic, steal and give health. Her arms are tentacles sticking to enemies or allies with a limited range. I don't know what the range is. High movement speed, so really fast robot. Her super is 2 more tentacles appear. She'll have more range. Her tentacles can make more damage. So I guess basically, I don't know how you would aim this. Sounds like you have 2 tentacles that shoot out. They hit someone for 500 damage and you get healed for 500 damage. I would love to see a lifesteal. Some sort of lifesteal would be really cool. Usually see like lifesteal in like assassin-like brawlers, but I think this works as well. Some sort of lifesteal. This is a huge amount of lifesteal. 500 healing every time you hit someone. I mean, obviously a really low health brawler, so really gonna need that lifesteal. Does have that fast movement speed. I don't know how you would aim 2 tentacles or even 4 tentacles unless it sort of just like goes towards the closest brawler. But you'd have to dodge them somehow, or otherwise they're just gonna have to all go towards the same brawler. I'm not sure what would make sense otherwise, but that would be kind of cool. Next up we got Dr. Zap, the mad scientist. It looks like he's gonna be shooting electricity is my guess. He got some sort of sciencey gun. His range is 8 tiles. Really low health. His damage is 1300 at close range, 800 at maximum range. So does more damage the closer he is, but he has really low health. I wonder what the close range is for max damage. Faster than Brock's rocket, slower than Piper's snipe, so pretty quick. Similar movement speed as Penny, same movement speed as Shelly, so it's normal movement speed. Attack mechanics is a lightning bolt that does more damage up close than it does to brawlers far away. It bounces off 1 brawler. If there are more enemies in the brawler's range, it will branch off. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it's like Jesse's, but it splits up. If there are no other brawlers in range, it will not branch off. Okay. The lightning branch can't go more than 8 tiles. That would be a really long branch if it could. I mean, 7 tiles is still pretty long, but I guess lightning chain, I can see lightning chain going a long time. So it's like a lightning chain brawler. That's pretty cool. Look at the super. He throws a bomb that releases a powerful electric field, radius of 3 tiles that does damage to anyone standing inside. Hopefully it like slows them down too. I guess it'll be really similar to spikes though. I'm just thinking electricity. It like stuns them. It lasts for 7 tick. Oh, it doesn't slow people down, unlike spikes. It would probably be too similar. However, when enemies exit, they continue to take damage for 4 ticks. Okay. So star power is when his attack hits someone. If there's a friendly ally nearby, it will branch off towards them and it will heal them, it looks like, for 300 health. But then it doesn't bounce off a friendly brawler to an enemy brawler. That's really interesting. You gotta... It's a lightning chain brawler that just attacks people, does more damage at close range, branches off and hits other people. I mean, lightning chain would be pretty cool, no question. I don't know if it's enough depth, but I like the overall idea. Next up, we got a hand-drawn brawler called Fury. And it says Fury lives in the deep swamps near the bounty maps where he collects stinky fish for battle. Uh-oh. His attack is Fury throws a fish head towards his enemy that deals 700 damage and leaves a stinky pool of poisonous water behind that deals 200 damage and has poisonous effect. That's like Brock's star power, I guess, but it's obviously just part of his normal attack. That's an interesting depth to the normal attack. Super furious attack. Fury dashes forward 3 tiles 4 times while meowing with his claw. Oh, mowing, not meowing. That makes no sense. If a claw hits this enemy, they will deal 1,000 damage. So we just like, it's like a charge, and he does it 4 times, so it can potentially have 4 hits of 1,000 damage, but of course you wouldn't just be like running with it. The star power is Fertile Fish. When a fish hits a teammate, they get healed for 600 health. So that's interesting. So the star power is, I mean, all of a sudden it's like Poco's attack, or Poco's star power, really. So, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's sort of like Brock-ish, but it has a heal and it also has a dash. It's combining a lot of different brawler attributes. It's got that movement super, it's got that heal star power, and it's got that, well, just, I guess, not normal attack, but just damaging attack with a scale to it. Let me know what you think. Next, we got Sarah, who says she's related with Bo and Nita. Interesting brawler design. She's a legendary healer. She's a healer swimmer who's known for her water manipulation abilities. Her health is about 4,000, okay? Damage per hit is 140. That is not a lot, so we'll have to see how it works. Attack range is 9 tiles and it's spread, so I guess this is like Pam. Okay, let's read the description. I think that'll make more sense. Sarah points where she's going to attack, sending 5 fishes towards the enemy or ally. When hit, enemies take damage while allies get healed. We're seeing a lot of these brawlers have healing attributes. Super is carrying fishies. Please help my friends. After charging her super for 2 seconds, so this is like Frank, a long charge time, a huge fish spawns and follows Sarah and her allies to heal them. So it's like a pet that goes around and healing, so it's like a moving healing turret. Sarah can summon multiple fish, a limit of 2, a 2 minimum max of 3. They move as fast as crow. Star power is swim and dive. She can now swim in bodies of water. Oh, okay, that is really cool. I'd love to see brawler that can actually use the water that's on these maps. That would be totally insane and add a crazy different dimension to the game. That would be cool. She moves a lot faster when swimming but can't attack. That kind of makes sense unless you were like a water monster, I guess. But that's probably fair that you can't attack but you can move through water, which obviously no one else could do. Next we got Akona, the splitting summoner. Well, raccoon looking guy. So he doesn't have much health, but he is really fast. Look at that move speed. That's like crow move speed. So look at this attack. This is interesting. He spins his tail, which deals damage and gives him momentum to fly a little. Okay, we do need a flying brawler. That would also be cool. That would be another flying brawler should be able to go over water too. That would make sense. Give me like an angel brawler, something like that, or maybe this even. So this is a fusion of Poco's main, Piper's super, and Tara's super. You swirl enemies together and then you skip back. So you go in and then you skip back. That's interesting. So It's a really small attack range, 2.5 tiles, and then you fly back 3 tiles. That would be kind of crazy. So you fly back, so you have to go forward again to keep that attack. So you're not going to be able to do a lot of damage quickly, but you're going to be able to dash in, dash out. That's sort of like a Mortis dash in, dash out, but it's just one attack. Look at the super. A raccoon spawns from the sky 8 tiles away and runs toward a Kona, ignoring walls. What? And dealing 700 damage to foes. Once it reaches, the fun part begins. You now have 2 characters to control. What? If you lift the joystick up, both raccoons will go up. If you attack, both will attack. There will always be a distance of half a tile between them, so you can know how many raccoons you have left. Both raccoons can regenerate health. If one of them dies, wow, so you have they both regenerate health. That's crazy. If one of them dies, you continue with the other. So you can just have either of them. That's insane. If you use your super while you have 2 raccoons, the one with less health will disappear. Okay. If both have the same amount of health, the one disappearing will be chosen randomly. Alright. That's pretty crazy. Having 2, that's just, I don't know. Star power is triple trouble. Oh boy. A Kona can call 1 more raccoon to the field. I don't know if I feel about. I don't really like that star power. This feels like a cop-out. I think I would have liked something a little more unique than just basically an add-on to the super. But the main idea to the Brawler is pretty unique and is definitely kind of cool. Alright guys, those are going to be all the Brawlers I have time for to go over today. Let me know your favorite one down below, or what Brawler ideas you would like to see added to the game. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you later.